We have a tag team matchup here on Amped, as here is Pompano Joe. And let's see who his tag team partner is for this opening tag matchup.
And his partner, part of the Rockstar Pro minority ownership, the man simply known as Michael.
Well, we've seen Pompano Joe in tag team action here recently in Rockstar Pro. Lately, his partner's been the Great American Beast, but tonight, it will be the man simply known as Michael. And the man simply known as Michael has definitely had his troubles with super hardcore anime Lufisto here in recent times.
And their opponents.
Oh, that music can only mean one thing.
Fighting
There he is.
on the north side of South Shore, Kentucky. He weighed in on his mama's special scale at 23 cheeseburgers and a side of taters. He is Duke Beefhammer.
And Duke Beefhammer looking beefy tonight. It's that extra side of taters he weighed in at tonight, I think.
And his partner from Montreal, Japan, weighing in at 146 pounds, accompanied by her manager, Pegabu. She is the WSU World Champion, Super Hardcore Anime Lufisto.
And here is Lufisto. The same Lufisto that Michael has had many problems with here recently in Rockstar Pro. It was just last week on Amped that Lufisto hit Michael right across the face with a frying pan, which appeared to have cost him his matchup against Beefhammer. However, after the match, Michael demanded the referee reverse the decision into a disqualification, which means the record books show that the man simply known as Michael won that matchup. But tonight, both Lufisto and Beefhammer get their shot at revenge. And there's the opening bell, and this matchup is underway. Looks like this matchup will start with Pompano Joe and Lufisto. Now Rockstar Nation firmly in the corner of Lufisto here, as Pompano Joe asking for a test of strength here. Pompano Joe is the taller man in the matchup, and we'll see if he has the strength advantage here as they lock up. But it's Lufisto that has the strength advantage here, as Pompano Joe crying in pain. Well, maybe he was just psyching us out there, I'm not sure. But Lufisto takes Joe down, rolls over into a headlock there, but Joe reverses. And it's Lufisto with the advantage. And you know Lufisto desperately wants to get her hands on the man simply known as Michael in this matchup. And she'd be glad to take it to the mat with Pompano Joe, but Michael is really the one on her mind. Especially after the blacktop battle, where Danger Zone cost Lufisto her matchup with Michael. There's a very unique escape there by Lufisto. Now knee right to the jaw. And now boots right to the chest of Sloppy Joe, as they call him. Now Lufisto. Ooh, shot right into the midsection of Pompano Joe. Joe reverses the throw. Lufisto evades and again goes right back to the kicks. And there's a chop. Lufisto, drop kick right to the back of the head of Pompano Joe. She goes for the cover, hooks a leg, but Joe kicks out. And now Lufisto grabs the head of Joe, backs him into her corner, and here comes Duke Beefhammer. And listen to this crowd backing Duke Beefhammer. Double back elbow. Wow, great double team work here by the team of Beefhammer and Lufisto. There's a cover, but Joe once again kicks out. And you can see here that Duke Beefhammer and Lufisto, they seem to have some sort of connection here in this tag team matchup. Hip toss by Beefhammer, and down goes Joe. But Joe comes right back, and he has a headlock on the beefy one. Oh, and come on now, Pompano Joe grabbing the golden locks of Duke Beefhammer. And again, as Beefhammer tries to escape, Pompano Joe grabs the hair. Well, let's see if the third time's a charm here. Oh, this time, Beefhammer tosses him off the ropes, and there's a hip toss again. Hey, what Beefhammer's grown in popularity so much since his debut just a few months ago here in Rockstar Pro. The crowd completely behind him in this matchup. It's now Pompano Joe with a clubbing blow to the back of Beefhammer, and that allows the man simply known as Mikael to tag in. And it's fitting that Mikael enters this matchup with Duke Beefhammer as his opposition, as opposed to Lufisto. And now Mikael attacking Duke Beefhammer in the corner, as now Pompano Joe tags back in. Well, nothing pretty about this tag team work right here, as they're just pounding away on Duke Beefhammer. Now Pompano Joe with a face wash. Ironic there is Sloppy Joe washing the face of Beefhammer. Now Mikael with a boot to the throat of Beefhammer. And Lufisto's just itching to get into this matchup. Like I stated earlier, she is desperate to get her hands on the man simply known as Mikael. Mikael now, belly-to-belly suplex, takes down Beefhammer. He hooks the far leg, but not quite enough to put away young Duke Beefhammer. And now Lufisto trying to get her hands on Mikael. Referee pulls her back, and that allows Pompano Joe to take advantage. Well, there is no tag there, but the referee apparently is going to allow it, as he didn't see what went on. And now, Pompano Joe with a shot to the back, and I'm being joined at this time by bombastic Bruce Gray. And Bruce, your buddy's on the short end of the stick here so far.
Well, I just got up here for a little colorblind commentary. Mark Turner, catch me up to speed. I missed the entire match till now.
Well, so far, Pompano Joe and Mikael have been taking advantage of Duke Beefhammer, while Lufisto's desperate to get her hands on Mikael. But now Beefhammer, he's getting back into it.
I was about to say he was starting to rock and roll with a little bit of Polish hammer there.
Now Beefhammer charges at Mikael. Mikael evades though, and Beefhammer, that was a, oh wow, what a slam by Mikael there.
Rookie mistake by the Beefhammer, Mark Turner.
Now here comes the veteran Pompano Joe. Over the top he goes, and there's a boot. He hooks a leg, but a 2 count only. Beef Hammer manages to stay alive. And I was saying earlier, Bruce, that Lufisto, she's had all sorts of problems with a man simply known as Mikael here in recent weeks, and she wants to get her hands on him desperately.
Yeah, I mean, who can blame her, you know? Mikael's the type of guy, you just look at him, you want to punch him in the face. And we've seen over the last couple weeks on Amped that he's just been nothing but a problem to Lufisto.
Once again here, Pompano Joe and Mikael, they're singling out Duke Beef Hammer, the rookie in this matchup.
Mark Turner, is this Australian tag rules?
That it is.
Okay, I don't have a format sheet in front of me, and I did not hear the announcements. All right, this is Australian tag rules. The 18-inch tag rope is in full effect here, Mark Turner.
I'm not sure if Mikael actually had the rope in hand, but the referee allowed the tag nonetheless.
Well, that was before you told me it was Australian tag rules.
Fair enough, as now Beef Hammer with a, wow, a splash there. Avalanche style, too. And Mikael kicks out. I thought he was going for a leg drop there, but he switched it up.
No, that was a slice of a beef curtain, if you will, Mark Turner. That right there was disgusting, but the people here loved it. Here comes Lufisto!
Oh, and she's fired up. Takes down Pompano Joe.
She's on fire!
And again. That red-headed fury right now. As Pompano Joe down in the corner, and Lufisto delivers a forearm. Oh, and again, this time in the corner. Do we call that the Bronco Buster? Is there a better name for it?
Lufisto can bench press about 3 times what I can. She can call it whatever her sweet heart desires.
Oh, wait a minute, Beef Hammer dropping the drawers. Well, wait a minute.
And Joe Lopez standing in the way of humanity.
Oh, come on now, Joe. I mean, he's already called Sloppy Joe. I mean, he wouldn't mind that. As now, Lufisto charges at Joe.
No.
Wait! There's a shot with the championship right
like
to the
this.
face of Lufisto.
Not like this, Joe.
Joe with the cover.
No, there was a bell.
2.
And Mike
oh, come on.
And don't ring the cowbell.
The team of Pompano Joe and the man simply known as Mikael.
Well, referee Joe Lopez distracted there, and Mikael grabbed Lufisto's WSU World Championship and struck the face of Lufisto for the victory.
Joe, he's the man simply known as Cheater. He hit him with the belt, man. You're better than this, Joe.
Well, last week, Lufisto hit Mikael in the face with a frying pan, and this week Mikael gets a little semblance of revenge.
A few months ago, I've decided to come to Ohio to find, I guess, some peace of mind, try something new, discover new people and promotions. However, the only thing I found was chaos. And a no-good piece of shit owner who thinks he could do anything he wants to anybody. One of the first nights I get there, he bullies a guy that everybody loves in Beef Hammer. Try to stand up for him, end up in a match. He has to cheat to beat me by disqualification with 2 of his guys in his corner. Yeah, the man simply known as Mikael, I'm talking to you. So, you want a piece of Lufisto, apparently. You've been chasing me everywhere, and I mean, the worst thing, you used my own belt to get a pinfall on me with your partner. Do you know how disrespectful that is? That really makes me sick, Mikael. And I had it with you. You want Lufisto? Well, I got some news for you. How about we do it my way? So, on July 11th, there's a nice pay-per-view at Rockstar Pro. You go by the man simply known as Mikael. Once I'm done with your ass, you won't even remember that name. On July 11th, this is the day Mikael dies.
Rockstar Pro Wrestling and Truth and Triumph Tattoo presents
United We Stand.
Friday night, July 11th at the Rockstar Pro Arena, 1106 East 3rd Street. On the card, Nevaeh will take on Mickey Knuckles, and Aaron Williams will defend his Rockstar Pro Championship against former ECW original, the War Machine Rhino.
United We Stand.
July 11th. For more information on upcoming events, visit rockstarprowrestling.com.
And here comes the big man.
Introducing first, fighting out of Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, wait a minute, watch out.
Casper's behind you. Oh, you're going to ring the bell with that.
And Draven attacks Craven from behind before this matchup could begin. And you know, that's a sense of desperation right there. You got to get your advantage on the big man when you can.
You know, Draven is no rookie at this sport, Mark Turner. He knew when he saw the lineup board he was going against Kyle Craven, the monster of the Midwest, the big hurt, if you will. He knew he had to do something, and that, you know, as underhanded as it was, solid tactic until just recently. Craven's up on his feet, back to a vertical base, Mark Turner.
Well, now Draven coming back with shots to the face on Craven. Craven catches him, though. What's he going for here? Oh! A slam straight to the mat, and he's not done.
He's going to pick him back up and do it again.
Whoa! Fall away slam.
And that's why they call him the Big Hurt. I got to say one thing, Mark Turner. This would probably be my 5th grade English teacher's worst nightmare of a match to call.
Yeah.
Draven and Craven. If you wait.
Oh, come on now. And here's Jared Harris from behind.
Yep.
And what does he have? Is that a baseball bat?
Yeah, it's a baseball bat.
How ironic is that to the Big Hurt?
Disqualification.
And now Draven with a low blow.
To the
Come
little
on.
Hurt. Come on, guys, break this up.
Oh, come on now. Harris and Draven attacking Craven as now staff and security try to separate these men from Kyle Craven. And what was that all about?
Well, it was over before it really got started. But I don't think this is the last time we've seen this matchup here between Craven and Draven and or Jared Harris.
And unfortunately, it's become commonplace for the fight to interfere in matchups that their partners are involved in. And once again, that happens here tonight on Amped.
Hey Rockstar Nation, I'm the War Machine Rhino, and don't forget to catch Amped every Wednesday night live at the arena, and I guarantee you, when I'm in that ring, I will rip someone in half with a gore! Gore! Gore!
Introducing first, fighting out of Newark, Ohio, weighing in at 260 pounds, he is the Stretcher, James Avery.
And here is James Avery, the Stretcher, making his Rockstar Pro debut tonight, and he's got something to say.
I will tell you, 14-year veteran, James Avery. I have been all over Ohio, except for Rockstar, and I'm glad to be here tonight. Is what I would say, I'm honestly disappointed. I've been watching you people from the back, and quite frankly, I'd rather be down the street in Middletown.
Oh, come on.
You people don't know good wrestling if it slapped you in the face. And pal, if I am gonna wrestle here, Rockstar, you're gonna me get my nickname right. Not only am I the stretcher, I am the king of the pile driver.
Wait a minute, did he say pile driver? Oh, here comes the master of the pile driver. Here is the relentless one. Here is Ron Mathis. And you know Ron Mathis doesn't take too kindly to someone else coming into his house and claiming to be the king of the pile driver. Oh, and Mathis, he's not here to talk. He's going for a pile driver, but James Avery ducks to the outside. James Avery now running away from Mathis, and he misses the elbow drop. Mathis outthinking the veteran there. And now this matchup finally is officially underway as both men enter the ring. And it's Mathis with the neckbreaker on Avery. And Ron Mathis is fired up tonight. As Avery tosses him off the ropes. Beautiful slam by James Avery right there. And this James Avery, a veteran of the wrestling business here in this area for a long time, for 14 years to be exact. He was trained by Dory Funk Jr. He is known as the Stretcher, and as we heard earlier, he likes to fancy himself as the king of the pile driver. Well, his opponent tonight, I think he has something to say about that, as Ron Mathis, the master of the pile driver, fights back right now and goes off the ropes, but it's Avery with the clothesline. And this is James Avery's first ever matchup in Rockstar Pro Wrestling. Although he is a veteran of the Ohio wrestling scene for many years. Avery now drags Mathis to the center of the ring. He has him up. He's going for that vertical suplex, and he's making him thinking about it here. Lets the blood rush to the head and drops him down. I guess James Avery, I guess he's not here to make friends with the Rockstar Nation. There's a rake to the eyes of Mathis. And that's what James Avery's been known for throughout his career. He knows shortcuts in the ring. Wait, he's going for that gotch pile driver right now. But Mathis puts on the brakes. Mathis rolls through. He has a cover. 2. And Avery kicks out. Mathis gets taken up and over to the ring apron. There's a right hand to the face of Avery. Uh-oh. And James Avery, welcome to Rockstar Pro. Welcome to the danger area. This is the ring apron. But Avery has Mathis well scouted. But Mathis catches him. There it is. STO on the ring apron. Ron Mathis fresh off the King of the Deathmatch tournament. He's ready to inflict more damage tonight. Avery, though, rolls to the outside, avoiding the impact. Oh, wait a minute. He's got the microphone again.
People, I'm going to show me any respect. I will leave right now.
Well, Avery with the threat to leave. I don't know if that's a threat, though, as Rockstar Nation seems like they'd be very satisfied if he left right now. Mathis desperately wants to get his hands on James Avery. And it looks like Avery has left, that's all.
Real countdowns. Relentless. Ron
Well, Ron Mathis picks up a count-out victory as James Avery, he just left the Rockstar Pro Arena in the middle of the match. Well, Ron Mathis, not the way he envisioned it tonight. Not the way he wanted to pick up a victory, but he did indeed pick up a victory tonight on Amped.
Rockstar Nation, this is JP backstage at the arena after an amazing episode of Amped, and I am standing here with the stretcher James Avery, the man who refers to himself as the king of the pile driver. And Mr. Avery, you know that you were contracted for a certain amount of dates here at Rockstar Pro. I've been informed by management that due to your walking out on your match earlier tonight, you will be facing Ron Mathis one more time. Your thoughts?
You know what? I have no problem facing Ron Mathis, and in fact, I have no problem walking out tonight. Let me tell you something, 14 years in the professional wrestling industry, I finally make my Rockstar debut. It's a big deal to have James Avery, king of the pile driver, here at Rockstar. And you put your nose into my business. You put your nose where it didn't belong. So you know what? I am going to wrestle with Ron Mathis, but it won't be on Amped, and it won't be for free. July 11th, pay-per-view, United We Stand. James Avery, king of the pile driver, versus Ron Mathis, king of the mutants.
Well, there you have it. Another great matchup for our next pay-per-view card, brought to you by Truth and Triumph Tattoos. King of the pile driver, the stretcher, James Avery, taking on relentless Ron Mathis. It's one you're not going to want to miss.
July 11th, United We Stand. It's Ron Mathis, and it's the stretcher James Avery. Finally, the shackles have been taken off of my hands. My pile driver is legal again. And no sooner than I get it back does James Avery have the gall to step onto my property, into my building, and claim to be the master of the pile driver. James, all these fans that have watched me for years, they know I don't stand here and talk about what I'm gonna do. I just do it. So I can only think of one way to show you who the master of the pile driver is. And that's to pile drive your ass.
Rockstar Pro Wrestling and Truth and Triumph Tattoo presents
United We Stand.
Friday night, July 11th at the Rockstar Pro Arena, 1106 East 3rd Street. On the card, Nevaeh will take on Mickey Knuckles, and Aaron Williams will defend his Rockstar Pro Championship against former ECW original, the War Machine Rhino.
United We Stand.
July 11th. For more information on upcoming events, visit rockstarprowrestling.com.
Give me just tonight. Give me tonight to prove to you that we can work together to see the damage we can do. If you don't like it, just walk away.
An interesting statement from Benjamin Kimera. And let's see if Blackjaw's Gerome Phillips and Benjamin Kimera can get on the same page tonight.
And their opponents. Representing the Smart Bombs Deluxe, the team of the Tingle, John Murray, and bombastic
Here are the SBDs in all their glory tonight, the Titwolf and the Bombastic One. Oh, and wait, they get attacked from behind. Wow, before this matchup can even start, Black Jaws and Kimera get a kickstart on the competition. Now Kimera and Phillips. A do-si-do by the Smart Bombs. Phillips and Kimera nearly hit each other, but they miss. And now the SBDs turn their attention to their opponents. Bruce Gray to the top. 10 consecutive shots by Gray and Murray, but Gray gets thrown for his troubles. Drop toe hold by Brucey Jack. Off the ropes goes Murray. Big elbow drop by the big man. I'll tell you what, there is a lot of beef in this matchup. 3 huge men involved in this tag team matchup. And bombastic Bruce Gray, he's keeping up so far in this one. And now Bruce Gray, he's scaling to the top rope. Wait a minute, what's Murray going for here? What a throw and assist, but wait, he's caught. Kimera and Phillips catch him, and now they take Murray down. Wow, good strength there by the team of Kimera and Phillips, these 2 huge behemoths. And quite frankly, if these 2 are on the same page, oh no! Bruce Gray got thrown face first into the steel support beam as Kimera goes for a cover on Murray. But if Kimera and Phillips are on the same page here, then they could be an extremely dangerous duo here in Rockstar Pro Wrestling. And now Phillips tags into the matchup. He goes right after John Murray. Murray, though, fighting back, but to no avail. As we know, Black Jaws is one of the toughest competitors here in Rockstar Pro. And what Benjamin Kimera said to Black Jaws earlier tonight, before this matchup, as Jaws goes for a cover, but only gets a 2. I mean, Benjamin Kimera and Black Jaws Gerome Phillips, they have without a doubt had a huge feud, a big history between those 2 throughout both of their entire careers here in the Ohio and Midwest area. And if these 2 large men that know each other so well as oppositions can somehow get on the same page as a team, I'm not sure who can stop them here in Rockstar Pro. As now Phillips tags out to Benjamin Kimera. As Bruce Gray tries so desperately to get the Rockstar Nation behind the Titwolf to will him on so he can make a tag. Murray trying to fight back. But Kimera puts a stop to that. And ever since that fateful day that Benjamin Kimera was speaking of earlier, the day where it appeared he was going to retire, but then turned his back on the Rockstar Nation, ever since that day, we've seen such a mean streak out of Benjamin Kimera, the likes of which we haven't seen in a very long time out of Big Ben. And we've seen he put Ace Perry on the shelf for the time being with a concussion. Cover here by Phillips, and Murray kicks out. But Kimera gave Ace Perry concussion after Perry pulled off a huge upset at the Blacktop Battle. And Kimera gave him 2 power bombs for that effort, one of them folding him in half and giving him that concussion. As now a double Irish whip and a double clothesline takes Murray down. And that is a lot of force coming down on that double clothesline from the 2 big men. Lateral press by Ben. And Murray stays alive. trying to inch Big Ben towards his corner. He's dragging him there. Can he make the tag? And he does. Here comes Brucey Jack. But wait a minute. Oh, come on now. Joe Kopez, our senior official, did not see the tag. And now Black Jaws takes advantage with a vicious shot into the midsection of Murray. And again, Phillips takes advantage. Boot right to the jaw of the Titwolf. Vicious right hand delivered by the ever-dangerous Black Jaws. Now Kimera enters the matchup once again. John Murray catches him, buffet bomb! And that was exactly what the doctor ordered for John Murray. This is his chance. He needs to make a tag to his partner. Phillips gets the tag, and here comes Brucey Jack. Evades the boot, and he's got some razzle for Black Jaws. He winds it up, but Jaws is there to cut him off. And there's a boot from Bombastic Bruce Gray. Discus right hand by Gray. Goes for the rocker dropper, but Phillips throws him off the ropes. There's his clothesline of the jumping variety from Gray, but 2 count only as Kimera breaks it up. Now here comes the Titwolf. He takes Kimera out of the equation, but that leaves Black Jaws all alone with Bombastic Bruce Gray. He's got him up, going for the Dominator, but here comes Spadez. There's a spear, turns Black Jaws inside out. There's the cover. 1, 2, and 3. What an impressive victory for the Smart Bombs Deluxe here tonight as they defeat the powerful duo of Benjamin Kimera and Black Jaws in this tag team matchup. But you got to give it a huge assist to Zakk Spadez. And you know that this issue with Zakk Spadez and Black Jaws Gerome Phillips is just getting started.
Black Jaws, you started this. I'm gonna finish it. At United we stand. I'm gonna take you, I'm gonna pick you apart. I am going to destroy you.
Rockstar Pro Wrestling and Truth and Triumph Tattoo presents
United We Stand.
Friday night, July 11th at the Rockstar Pro Arena, 1106 East 3rd Street. On the card, Nevaeh will take on Mickey Knuckles. And Aaron Williams will defend his Rockstar Pro Championship against former ECW original, the War Machine Rhino.
United We Stand.
July 11th. For more information on upcoming events, visit rockstarprowrestling.com.
This is a big opportunity for young Nate Wings in this matchup as he goes one-on-one with the Rockstar Pro Champion.
And his opponents, fighting out of Blood Williams, is the current reigning Rockstar Pro Champion and the baddest man alive,
Aaron Williams has held that Rockstar Pro Championship for 232 consecutive days. And in just 9 days, he will defend that green and gold against the man-beast Rhino. And what a matchup that will be. The question will be, can he defend that title successfully against Rhino? But as for tonight, he better not overlook young Nate Wings here. Nate Wings, one of the best competitors we have here in Rockstar Pro Wrestling. And if Nate Wings can defeat the likes of Aaron Williams tonight, that could possibly give him a future title shot here in Rockstar Pro Wrestling. And these two, they know each other so well. They faced off many a times here in Rockstar Pro Wrestling. Whether it be tag team action, singles action, sometimes even triple threat matches. And it was just a few weeks ago that Nate Wings made his return to Rockstar Pro Wrestling, much to the delight of the Rockstar Nation. And he immediately gets a huge matchup tonight against the Rockstar Pro Champion, as Williams tries to find an escape of this hold. As Wings continues to wrench in that wrist lock. Aaron Williams takes down Wings with an arm drag, but Wings goes right back to a headlock. He takes Williams down, and he does it again. And Nate Wings continually going back to that side headlock takeover. And Williams immediately with the reversal. Now they're at a stalemate. And we say this every time that Nate Wings is in a matchup, but it still holds true. The quicker the pace goes in this matchup, the more it is an advantage for the teenage model sensation Nate Wings. When Nate Wings gets on his bike and when he's going, he is nearly unstoppable in that ring. So now the pace does quicken. Sunset flip takes Williams over. Williams, though, reverses the pressure. They both roll back on their feet. Wings takes Williams down into a pin. But 2 count only. Williams with a bridge. All the weight going down on the neck of Aaron Williams. As Williams tries to turn Nate over, and he finally does. Trying to go for the backslide. Wings reverses. Rolls through. Oklahoma roll. Shoulders down, but a 2 count only. And there's a straight fist to the face by Williams. I think Williams is done playing games there. And that is what makes Aaron Williams so dangerous in that ring. He is so well-rounded as a professional wrestler, proficient in many styles inside that ring. That he could be going hold for hold with you 1 minute, and then the next minute, he could hit you with a martial arts strike. Right now he's utilizing the power game, but Wings. Low bridge takes Williams to the outside, and it might be time to fly here. Off the ropes he goes. But Williams with a straight right hand to the face of Wings as he was going for the suicide dive. But Wings comes back with a jumping leg lariat. Diving clothesline, but wait, Williams catches him. And he's got him up for that Tower of London. Wings, though, lands on his feet. Big scoop slam. He's got him down. 2. And Wings kicks out. And what velocity on that slam by Aaron Williams. But it wasn't quite enough to put down the youngster. Williams again comes back with the drop kick. Goes to the outside. Big uppercut shot right on the jaw of Nate Wings there. And now Williams, he's lining up his opponent. Big uppercut there, European style on Nate Wings. Wings fighting back though. There's a chop right to the chest of Williams. Now forearm and Wings nailing Williams with these strikes. I mean, Nate Wings, this kid's got all the heart in the world. There isn't a challenge that Nate Wings does not back down from. And now Williams grabbing Wings by the ears. And there's a big chop in the corner. And you could hear that one all the way throughout the building. There's a forearm by Wings. Double springboard into a bulldog by Nate Wings. Very impressive move there. And this will give Wings a chance to recover from all the beating he's taken so far. Ducks a clothesline. Goes for a DDT. Williams puts the brakes on. Misses the kick. Wings connects with one of his own. Double stomp by Nate Wings. Standing moonsault. Wings with the cover. But he only gets a count of 2. And it would behoove Nate Wings if he could stay on the advantage right now, but Aaron Williams puts a stop to that. Wings with a leg trip. He rolls through. What's he going for here? Oh, beautiful move there. And he's not done. Moonsault off the middle rope. Could this be enough? 2-0. But Williams kicks out before the count of 3. Oh, Williams comes back, and there's a straight martial arts chop to the back of the head, and that could be lights out for Wings. And Wings, beautiful reversal there. Off the back of Williams. But Williams puts on the brakes, and he trips the leg of Wings. Oh, and there's a knockout kick right to the back of head of Wings. That's got to be all. 2 and 3.
Pinfall, the baddest man alive, Aaron Williams.
Aaron Williams picks picks up yet another victory here in Rockstar Pro as he defeats a game Nate Wings in a hard-fought matchup tonight on Amped. And Aaron Williams picks up some much-needed momentum heading into his huge title defense in 9 days at United We Stand against the man-beast Rhino.
Time is just ticking away. As each moment goes by, a little more time fades away into the past, and each day goes by. And we just have a few days, just about a week and a half, until two titans clash. The War Machine Rhino and the baddest man alive, Aaron Williams. The Rockstar Pro Wrestling Champion. The face of Rockstar Pro. The man that everyone has tried to trump and everyone has failed. Rhino, you will be no different. You may be bigger, you may have more accolades than everybody else, but there is one thing that you are not. You are not me. You may be a giant to many, but I will make you fall. Call yourself Goliath, and I will stand before you as David, with the title belt as my sword, to take your head and stand above you. The baddest man alive doesn't play on Planet Williams, and your passport has been rejected. So at United We Stand, prepare to fall.
Rockstar Pro Wrestling and Truth and Triumph Tattoo presents
United We Stand.
Friday night, July 11th at the Rockstar Pro Arena, 1106 East 3rd Street. On the card, Nevaeh will take on Mickey Knuckles. And Aaron Williams will defend his Rockstar Pro Championship against former ECW original, the War Machine Rhino.
United We Stand.
July 11th. For more information on upcoming events, visit rockstarprowrestling.com.
Representing the Ohio is for Killers, I'm Jake Crist, and you're watching Rockstar Pro Wrestling on Amped.
Wait a minute, and C.W. Scott bragging to the crowd, and here comes Jake Crist and Alex Colon. Oh, wait a minute, watch out from behind, guys. Watch out. Taylor and Big Jim with chairs. But Jake Crist and Alex Colon get the advantage. And here they come, double suicide dive. And now here comes the referee. As Colon throws Big Jim into the ring, Jake does the same with Taylor. And Big Jim and Matt Taylor, they attack Colon and Crist. As now Taylor with the boot right into the throat of Jake Crist. And now Big Jim, he's got a steel chair right into the spine of Alex Colon. And now it's Taylor and Big Jim using the chairs to their advantage. And of course this match was made after last week when Jake Crist defeated C.W. Scott and Big Jim in a handicap match. And after the match, corporate security continued to beat down Jake Crist until Alex Colon made the save with a steel chair. There's a scoop and a slam by Big Jim. As now Matt Taylor directs traffic. And C.W. Scott looking on in this match. And you know he's happy with what he's seen so far by the duo of Big Jim and Matt Taylor. And now Big Jim, he has a chair set up in between the second and third ropes in the corner as he chokes away on Jake Crist. And this is a chairs match, so anything goes. Up and over Taylor goes, all the way out to the floor. Crist puts on the brakes. There's a big kick right into the face of Big Jim. Big leg lariat there, but Big Jim comes back with a big boot on Colon. Crist now setting up a chair. Big Jim waiting on him and gives him a right hand to the face. Jim now sets up Jake on the chair. What's Jim got in mind here? He's scaling all the way to the top rope. Watch out, Jake. Jake moves. Oh, and Big Jim lands right on that steel chair, and that's not the way you want to land. And face first, Big Jim goes into that steel chair, the same one he set up earlier. As Rockstar Nation on their feet for this matchup, as all the chairs have been lifted from ringside area. As Jake Crist now, he's disappeared. He's gone to the backstage area. And he comes back out and he's got a ladder. Apparently this isn't just a steel chairs match anymore. Watch out, VIP section. Don't get hit in the head with that ladder. He tosses it to his partner. Right into the midsection of Big Jim. The ladder goes. Oh no. They got it set up. Oh, don't tell me. And they pick up the 7-10 split right into the lower region of Big Jim. Wow. I hope Big Jim's not planning on having children anytime soon. Oh no, they got the chairs. Oh my gosh. Wow. Steel chair shots right into the ladder. And it goes without saying, but Big Jim is in a world of hurt now. As Matt Taylor now ducks out. He's trying to escape the arena, it looks like. He's trying to leave through the back door of the arena as Jake Crist and Alex Colon go right after him. And they catch up to him before he could exit. And now the fight, it's coming up near here. Face first, Taylor goes knocking down the wall. That wooden fence goes down. And down goes the other fence. And Gigi has just announced that this match is now Falls Count Anywhere. And knowing these killers, oh my gosh, super kick to the face of Taylor right in front of the commentation station. As Big Jim still tries to get his bearings back in the ring, Colon and Crist continue the beatdown on Matt Taylor. As Colon drops the trash can right on top of the Dark Star. Oh no, don't tell me. Oh no, there's a garbage can right over the body of the Dark Star. Wow. Now Big Jim has made his way over here. Delivers a right hand to Colon. And now Big Jim throws the trash can to Jake Crist. And Taylor with a running knee on Colon. My God, it's getting dangerous up here. I think some of the trash came flying my way. My God, that trash can just went flying in inches away from my head. As it ricocheted off the face of the Dark Star, Matt Taylor. And look at Colon go. As Jake Crist and Big Jim, they take their fight to another area, into the merchandise area here in the Rockstar Pro Arena. Now Taylor, he's got a street cone, throws it right into the midsection of Alex Colon. And I don't know where these weapons even come from. You can find anything at a wrestling building. Colon has Taylor up. Oh, he dropped him down the hard way on that cone. As Colon now has the head of Taylor, and he's dragging him to the other side of the building. Meanwhile, Jake Crist and Big Jim continue their fight into the ringside area. My God, this matchup is just crazy. It is Falls Count Anywhere now, thanks to Gigi on the call. As Colon and Taylor continue their fight. They're in the merchandise area as Big Jim just got slammed face first into the ring post. Chris now back in the ring. First time we've had somebody in the ring in a while, but quickly out he goes, and he's going after C-Dub. But Big Jim's there with a big boot, met to the face of Jake Crist. And that right there, that was C.W. Scott using the numbers game, utilizing it to his advantage, helping out his buddy Big Jim. As now Hutchinson, he's going to work on Alex Colon as the Dark Star Matt Taylor grabs a chair. Colon, though, fighting back. Colon with a left hand to the face of Taylor, but Taylor comes right back with a forearm shot of his own. And Taylor tosses Colon back first into the steel support beam. Wait a minute, Big Jim's calling for it here. Oh, Crist and Colon reverse Irish whip attempts. And a meeting of the minds, if you will, as Taylor and Big Jim met up with one another. As Colon and Crist take advantage of the situation. Wait, Jake Crist, he has his hands on C.W. Scott. He's got his hands on the boss. This is what he's been waiting for ever since Blacktop Battle. He's dragging him through the Rockstar Nation. What's Jake doing here? He's setting up for it. There's a super kick to the boss. And wait a minute, Jake Crist, he has the key. That's the key into the room where all the steel chairs are in the building. And watch out now. This is a steel chairs match, and now we finally have all the steel chairs at use. And Jake Crist tosses that steel chair right into the face of Big Jim. And wait a minute here. Jake Crist getting some help from Rockstar Nation. Members of the Killer Cult now. They're going to help Jake Crist get some steel chairs. Only from OI4K will you see help from their fans like this. As now Alex Colon and Jake Crist, with the seemingly endless supply of steel chairs, tossing them right into the face of their opponents. And again, as now Draven and Harris come out And now they're feeling the effects of the steel chairs. Draven and Harris, of course, members of the fight led by the Dark Star Matt Taylor, coming out to protect their leader, and they're eating a face full of steel for their trouble. But now it appears as if the numbers game has caught up to Alex Colon and Jake Crist, as the Dark Star Matt Taylor has the advantage, picks up Colon and drops him onto a steel chair. Oh my gosh, steel chair right to the face of Colon. I'll tell you what, Alex Colon and Jake Crist, they're in bad shape right here, as anything goes in this matchup, and Draven and Harris have also joined into the ringside area. Big Jim now tosses Jake Crist over the barricade to the ringside area. Big Jim tosses Jake Crist back into the ring. Big Jim going after Jake Crist here. Referee has an extremely tough task at hand in this matchup, as there are fights all over the building at the same time. Big Jim now. Big Jim's got a chair. And what's he going for here? Wait a minute, he's got the chair on the back of Jake Crist. A scoop and a slam with the steel chair. Shades of the Necro Butcher right there, slamming Jake Crist back first into the chair. As the Dark Star Matt Taylor smiles to the Rockstar Nation. Picks up Colon, brainbuster, destroying the chair. And it destroyed Alex Colon in the process. My God. Taylor with the cover, this could be it. But Colon kicks out. Colon somehow managing to kick out after that devastating brainbuster through the chair. And now Jake Crist trying to fight back, but Big Jim has him caught. And he suplexes him back into the ring. Taylor now has Colon up, tosses him into the turnbuckle with the steel chair propped up. And look at that, Colon grabbing at that back. Obviously in a world of hurt after that devastating move. Taylor now pulling at the mouth and the nose of Colon. As Big Jim goes after Jake Crist. But Jake Crist drop toe hold. Big Jim eats some steel there. Taylor has Colon set up. But Colon caught him. And there's a kick right to the face. First Taylor went crotch first onto the top rope. And Colon was there to unceremoniously take him back down to the mat. Oh, wait a minute. Jake Crist, he's got the ladder. Oh, man, and he drops it right across the Dark Star. And this matchup is all over the place right now. Hard to put into words the craziness that has transpired in this matchup. Chairs, ladders, trash cans, fences, everything being disposed in this matchup. We'll be lucky if there's still a building standing at the end of this one. Taylor tries to set up a steel chair, but it's been damaged too much. And it turns to its side. Taylor now. Oh, drop toe hold. Colon goes face first into that steel chair, and Colon's grabbing at his wrist and arm area. I think his wrist may have gotten cut up by one of the broken edges of that steel chair there, and that could have done serious damage to Alex Colon. Colon goes back first into the turnbuckle. And, oh, Jake Crist goes throat first into the bottom rope. Matt Taylor and Big Jim Hutchinson, they are admiring their work so far in this matchup as they continue to do damage. Taylor now with right hands to Jake Crist. And you know Matt Taylor, he's trying to send a message to Jake Crist's brother with those shots there. The feud between the Dark Star and Jake's brother Dave Crist just getting started here in Rockstar Pro. As Big Jim delivers a chop to Alex Colon. Taylor now, scoop and a slam, and he slammed him with authority there. Oh, wait a minute. Big Jim now. Could it be time? Is he going to go to the top rope here? Big Jim now. He's climbing the ropes here. What's he got in mind? To the middle rope. Goes for the leg drop, but Jake Crist moves. As Taylor scales to the top in his corner. Double stop, but Colon moves. And here comes the killer. And Colon. And you can hear the support from Rockstar Nation chanting on for the OI4K. And there they go, double boots for both of their opponents. And now Jake Crist asking for some chairs from the Rockstar Nation, and they happily oblige. As Jake Crist, oh wait, they've got him up on their shoulders, don't tell me, no. Oh my God, double Death Valley driver on the ring apron. And that was shades of the triple threat title match we saw weeks ago on Amped when Jake Crist delivered that to Black Jaws. And Black Jaws injured his wrist in the process. Damage done right there as Big Jim and Matt Taylor are yet to move. Oh my gosh, and look at what Alex Colon is doing. I don't think he's an interior decorator either. I think he's setting that up, not for looks, but for damage. And he's still setting up those steel chairs. Oh my gosh. And only a killer and a friend of a killer could think up a device that could do damage like this. As Taylor and Hutchinson still lay on the ground, recovering from the vicious Death Valley drivers on the ring apron.
What?
Oh my God, don't tell me they're gonna stack up another row of chairs. No way. I am legit getting scared now. They're setting up a second row of chairs. I don't even know if the chairs will allow them to stack it up the way their sick killer minds want them to. As they continue to pile on chairs. As meanwhile, the process of setting up this incredible weapon is giving Big Jim and Matt Taylor some recovery time. I don't know if they have enough recovery time after that incredible beating they've received, especially from that Death Valley driver on the ring apron. As now Big Jim enters the ring. I'm not sure if that's a good idea on his part, but he gets an advantage on Jake, and Taylor with a low blow on Colon. And now it's Hutchinson that's setting up the steel chairs. Oh man, and don't tell me that Matt Taylor and Big Jim are going to take advantage of this weapon that Jake, Crist, and Colon set up. Oh no, Taylor's got Colon. No. He's got Colon, he's trying to feed him to Big Jim, but Jake is there to break it up. And he tosses Taylor into Big Jim. Outside the ring to the floor goes Taylor, and now it's Big Jim that's in position. Oh no. Up to the top they go. Oh my God! Double suplex into the pile of steel chairs. And this crowd is saying it all. My God! A double superplex from the top rope into the mass of steel chairs. And all three men are down. And again, Rockstar Nation's saying it all. And Colon appears to be the first one to stir from the mass chaos in the center of the ring. Rockstar Nation chanting that Big Jim is dead, and they might be right here. The killer may have struck. Big Jim just might be dead. Right now, Colon and Crist can't take advantage for a pin, as they themselves have been beat up. Wait a minute, Matt Taylor sneaking in through the back of the ring. Schoolboy, he's got the tights, but Colon kicked out nonetheless. There's a boomstick to Jake. There's one to Colon. And just like that, Matt Taylor has turned the tables into the advantage of his team. Taylor now trying to toss Big Jim out of the ring for protection. It's Taylor now. Irish whip attempt, Colon reverses. Super kick, and he turned him inside out on the chair. Oh my God, good night, Matt Taylor. My God, what an incredible matchup we just saw here on Amped, as Jake, Crist, and Alex Colon win this incredible chairs matchup over Big Jim and Matt Taylor. And you can give a big assist in this chairs matchup to the Rockstar Nation, as they were the ones to give Jake Crist and Alex Colon the steel chairs. Big Jim has yet to move a muscle since that devastating double superplex through the massive chairs. Matt Taylor barely moving after that incredible super kick, inside out slam combo into the steel chair. Oh, and now Jake Crist and Alex Colon, I think they're gonna celebrate here. And here comes Nate Wings. I don't think he's old enough to drink, but he's in there with beers nonetheless. As is Zakk Spadez, the Tit Wolf. You know the Tit Wolf likes to party. As does Bruce Gray and Beefhammer. And what a celebration we are seeing after this incredible matchup in this incredible main event on an incredible night of Amped. Oh, wait a minute, C.W. Scott now in the ring, and he's not happy with the celebration. And Jake Crist now offering a beer to the boss. Very surprising here. I guess C.W. Scott going to try to drink off his troubles here. Has the beer, and they're down in a beer. Stunner! By God! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! One beer. 2 bears, 3 bears, and C.W. Scott now. My God, look at all the beer pouring down on the boss.
I think right now might be as good a time as any. So we just signed the main event for next Wednesday's Amped, and it's going to be Jake Crist and Nevaeh against Big Jim and Cito.
Oh, you heard it here. Next week on Amped, Jake Crist and Nevaeh team up against Big Jim and C.W. Scott. There's only one way to see that matchup. Be here at the Rockstar Pro Arena next week.
Rockstar Pro Wrestling and Truth and Triumph Tattoo presents
United We Stand.
Friday night, July 11th at the Rockstar Pro Arena, 1106 East 3rd Street. On the card, Nevaeh will take on Mickey Knuckles. And Aaron Williams will defend his Rockstar Pro Championship against former ECW original, the War Machine Rhino.
United We Stand.
July 11th. For more information on upcoming events, visit rockstarprowrestling.com.